Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about DNA. What is it? Why is this molecule so talked about? Why is it so important? Let's have a read and let's have a look. Okay, so first of all, it stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. It is a coiled double helix like a twisted ladder shape, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll be able to understand the structure of DNA. Now, quite a large black dot. It's called the nucleus. Now, the nucleus is very important, controls cell activity, also contains genetic information. Now, inside the DNA, you've got these chromosomes. Now, you get 23 chromosomes from one parent and you get 23 chromosomes from the other parent. And you have, in most of your cells, 46 chromosomes. That is very, very important to understand. So, you've got this nucleus. Inside the nucleus, you've got chromosomes. You've got 46 chromosomes, you've got 23 pairs, okay? Now inside your chromosomes you have DNA, and a section of DNA are your genes. Now, what are genes? Now genes are like a recipe book. If you wanted to make a human being, you look at the genetic coding of the human being, because these genes encode for proteins, proteins make cells, cells make tissue, tissues make organs, and organs make organ system. And that's precisely what we are. Okay, so some genes encode for hair color, eye color, etc. And they are, of course, inherited. Now, I'd like you to see if you can answer these questions. Pause the video and have a go. There's the answers. You can again pause the video and see if you got them right. Now, on to the most important aspect of the lesson. DNA are made up of combinations of 4 bases. There are 4 bases, so DNA has 4 bases. Number 1, if you were answering a question on the structure of DNA, I would write down first that it has a double helix shape. The next thing I'd write is it has 4 bases. Now the 4 bases are adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine. Now one amazing way to remember this is A always goes with T and C always goes with G. Amazing that computer game is the way I teach my students to remember A goes with T and C goes with G. But that's really important to understand. It's also important to understand that DNA has a sugar phosphate backbone, and that would give you your 4 marks on this question. Okay? And last but not least, if 2 things go together, there's usually something holding them. So if I said to you, I love my brother, we've got a really strong bond. Exactly. If A and T go together and C and G go together, there's a bond holding them. And that bond is called a hydrogen bond. They're actually quite weak bonds, but there's still a bond in between. And that would give you your final mark on the structure of DNA. Now, this will show you better. So here we've got the pentose sugar, we've got the sugar phosphate backbone over here, and as you can see, C goes with G, A goes with T, and then there's the hydrogen bonds holding them. Now, have a go at this 6-mark question. Explain the structure of DNA. I've given you some keywords to fall on and also include into your answer. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, DNA has a double helix shape. Adenine and thymine are complementary. Complementary, i.e. they go together. Cytosine and guanine are complementary. Bases are joined together by hydrogen bonds. DNA has a sugar phosphate backbone. DNA stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. I missed the S and E, but I hope you understand that concept. Now, there's actually a very fun way to model DNA if you wanted to do it with your students. Take a long sweet, which is going to be the sugar phosphate backbone, take some little sweets, which are going to be the bases, and the toothpicks are going to be hydrogen bonds. I've left some instructions over here on how to do it. First, collect the equipment, toothpick 3 to 4, 2 long sweets, 6 little sweets, 4 different colors. Next, choose which sweets are which base. Then use the toothpicks to stick two complementary bases pairs together. Now complete your DNA model. So I've got a photo here to show you. It should look like something like this. Use two long sweets as a sugar phosphate backbone, the hydrogen bond are the toothpicks, and you can use these small jelly babies maybe. You could use them. You could use any other type of sweets, and they could be A and T and that could be C and G. Thank you very much for watching this video.